Welcome to Multimedia Design. My name is Mrs. Payne, and this is just a quick tutorial of do's and do nots when it comes to Google Slides presentations in my class. A lot of what you do accumulates into a Google Slide or a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. We put some of our tech skills that we learned into that presentation format just because it makes it easy and more fun to have that end goal to work towards, because you will be presenting all of your projects in front of the class. So to get started, this is your title slide. Typically, this is what I'm looking for, some sort of title that's geared towards whatever the topic is, an image that associates with the topic, and your name. Those are the three things that are always on every single rubric that I'm looking for you to have on your title slide. The first thing that I want to talk about is your font size. So your font size should be at least 24-point font. This makes your presentation easy to see. Though you can go larger if you have the space. Beware though, don't go too large because that can overpower your slide and make it distracting. And most Google Slides default at a 13-point font, most themes in Google Slides, and I believe Microsoft PowerPoint is around the 18-point font range. So be aware that you will manually need to adjust those sizes as needed throughout your presentation creation process. The background color. Light colored backgrounds are preferred only because that is what tends to project well when you are presenting in front of the class. Choose a contrasting font colored, so if you're going to go a light background, don't choose a light colored font. Dark colored backgrounds just don't project well in any setting really. My room has no natural lighting and dark colored backgrounds are still hard to see. If you got into a situation that you had to present like in the point area where there's all that natural light coming in, you're going to wash out your slides and your font won't be able to be seen by your audience. So that's just another thing that's going to distract them. It's going to distract you. So do your best to avoid dark colored backgrounds. Even if the font is contrasting, it's still not going to project well. The 5x5 rule. So here's how it goes. No more than 5 words per bullet point, no more than 5 bullet points per slide. I'm pretty strict on this rule only because I want you guys to elaborate on your points. I don't want it to become a text-heavy slide that we are so focused on reading what your slide says versus what you are saying. So try to minimize the amount of words on your slide and then take the time in class when you're presenting in front of your peers to elaborate on what you're trying to say. Now, 5x5 rule is just kind of a general guideline, but if you need 3 bullet points, awesome. You're still within that 5x5 rule range. If you only need 2 words to say what you need to say, then only use 2 words. Because what can happen is the bullet points with lots of words can be distracting. We're more focused on reading, and you are more likely when you are presenting to just read off the slide as opposed to engaging with your audience. Images and pictures. These should enhance your presentation. Choose images with transparent backgrounds when appropriate and place them on the slide so that they enhance the presentation. So we want them to look clean and professional and not like it's a scrapbook that you just threw together for this presentation. So here's some examples of things to avoid. Avoid the images with watermarks like this basketball image that I have on the slide now, and avoid the ones with the square background. So try to find that transparent image. If you're using the Google Insert Images from search, 9 times out of 10 the background is going to be removed for you and it's going to be an image that you are allowed to use. So always follow copyright. You're looking for things that are classified as Creative Commons, but you must cite them if it is Creative Commons, or public domain, which means you don't have to cite. And that's a lesson for another day, but we will be following copyright in this class. Transitions and animations. So you want to look for something that's going to be professional and add value to your presentation. I like using the after previous option to improve the flow of things. It's just less clicking on my end. And try to make your transitions fairly fast so that we are not waiting on something to change while viewing your presentation. So here's some examples of things to avoid. So here I'm clicking everything in to come in. Okay, there's a really slow one that's coming in, so that's kind of drags things on, and then you'll see that each one of these bullet points as they come in are very slow. So that's just going to distract from your message. It's going to cause people to be more focused on what's coming in, and that lull in your presentation will make you lose momentum and what you have going on. So crazy transitions don't add value, and Google Slides honestly they don't have the crazy transitions like PowerPoint has, so you really can't go wrong with anything in Google Slides, but do be aware of the timing of them, how long they take to come in and go out, and just be aware of that as you move forward. Use the same transition and the same animation throughout. That just adds a consistency to your presentation. As I said earlier, slow transitions lose your audience, and clicking can be appropriate sometimes if you need to talk about bullet points individually as they come in, but often it's just another thing that you have to do. When it comes to coming in and going out, choose one or the other. Either have them go in or have them slide out. So it's just, again, another thing you have to click, another thing you have to do. So key takeaways, the things that I really need you to understand. 24-point font minimum, always. 5x5 rule, no more than 5 words per bullet point, no more than 5 bullet points per slide. Avoid the dark backgrounds, remove backgrounds from images, or try to find images with the transparent background when appropriate. Professional slide transitions and animations always. Here's the #1 question that I want you to ask before you go adding anything extra to your slides. Does it add value? If it does not add value to your presentation, then try to avoid using it. Find the things that are going to help add some pizzazz and liven up your presentation, but not distract from your message at the same time. I hope this was valuable and informational. If you have any questions, please, please, please ask me. Have a great day.